Unless you guys want your money to end up like this burnt $100 bill, you better listen to what I have to say in this video today. Also, for the record, that money is fake. I bought it for $10 on Amazon, so nobody trip out. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. In this video today, we are going to discuss potential airdrops, a giant OpenSea update, and their free NFT that just got basically airdropped to people. And we are also going to break down the current Ethereum price moves, at least at the time of the recording of this video. And we will also discuss federal interest rates and where the market is currently predicting that is going to head. I'm going to continue to give you guys updates on all of these things so you guys can continue to make the best and the most informed decisions you can possibly make. NFTs, cryptocurrency, these markets are wild and really hard to navigate by yourself, which is why you want to surround yourself with the right people and the right tools and resources so you can take profits, succeed, and make money in these crazy markets. If you're looking for a Discord that does all of those things, check out my private Discord and the link in the description below. All right, guys, we're going to discuss OpenSea's Pro version of their Blur competitor. And essentially, this is going to be an add-on to the OpenSea marketplace where people can bulk list, buy on all the different marketplaces for 0% fees. They have a much more competitive layout, I think, here. Their new UI I actually really like. You can also go up here in the top right and click your wallet, which you can see my items. This is a fresh wallet, so you can't really see much here, but you'll see the current value, all your different NFTs. You can go to my portfolio too. It'll break it all down, gas spent, total sales, everything. So it's essentially a Blur competitor, and it used to be called Gem, but OpenSea purchased it, repackaged it, gave it a brand new front end, give it a bunch of new capabilities, and now we currently have OpenSea Pro. So I'm actually a really big fan, and it's actually really good for consumers in general, which is us, participants of the Web3 ecosystem, that these competitors, that these marketplaces are competing with each other. If Blur hadn't come around and stole a bunch of market share from out under their nose, they probably wouldn't have pushed this giant update. And so Pro OpenSea looks really good, and most likely I'll be using it over Blur because I'm kind of sick of Blur farming tokens and what it's doing to the overall NFT market. Regardless, Blur and the OpenSea competition is great for us as consumers. Just enjoy the ride and watch these marketplaces evolve and all these different updates and different moves that they make to try to compete for market share. So instead of going the Blur route, where Blur airdropped a large amount of tokens into the ecosystem, which gave people a large injection of potential free money, OpenSea decided to do a 180,000 collection NFT. And essentially, if you had used their gem aggregator in the past, you would be able to claim one of these free NFTs, just pay gas to mint one of these. And the floor currently is 0.028. Who knows what this will be at when this video goes live? But regardless, currently 18,000 of the 180,000 are currently minted, and I myself got 3. It's a nice little stimmy check, although it's not nearly as much as Blur did, but my assumption is that OpenSea decided to go this NFT route to avoid any particular issues with some sort of token security airdrop regulation FUD. And if you check out the activity on these things, it has an insane amount of volume, at least at the recording of this video. And the earlier token IDs, so if you minted really quickly, some of those sold for close to 1 ETH. So those people who got really low token IDs actually ended up getting a really great stimulus check, but it remains to be seen what these will really be used for, as well as why lower token IDs might even be valuable. So once again, OpenSea Pro and their new NFT collection that goes along with it is a brand new competitor to the Blur ecosystem. So if you're looking to test this stuff out, mess around with Pro OpenSea, maybe buy a few of these NFTs, if you believe in OpenSea's longevity and future, then that's definitely a route you could take. So the next topic of this video is actually going to be DeGods, Utes, and that entire ecosystem. What we've seen is Utes and DeGods had a successful migration from Solana to the Ethereum and Polygon networks, and frankly, it was just done incredibly professionally, and it was all a very smooth and painless process. So when I see teams being able to accomplish things like this, it just makes me very bullish on the entire ecosystem as a whole. You couple that with the fact that Frank has a ton of reach on Twitter and different social media outlets, and this team in general just seems like they really have a great head on their shoulders. I am fairly bullish on the Utes and DeGods ecosystem in general. For full transparency, I own 4 Utes. I actually owned more, but I ended up losing that phantom wallet. So this is a reminder to have backups for your passwords and backups of your seed phrases. It was a really silly and stupid mistake on my part, and I'm missing out on quite a bit of money from holding more Utes. Regardless, the reason I'm bringing up Utes today is not only because the team has done a great job with their migration, but also potential airdrop in its near future. So if you take a look at this post right now, Frank and team are currently taking a little bit of a mini vacation after their successful migration from blockchain to blockchain, and they currently have this post up with a very small, hard to see airdrop symbol in the bottom right corner here with Utes 2. So this could imply a potential airdrop coming for the Utes holders eventually. Therefore, I have 4 Utes. I'm going to hold them and stake them and just hang out because I really do think this is is yet another potential collection in the running for a blue chip. Currently, Utes are sitting at around 2 Ethereum floor price with 4% listed and 2,100 volume on the Polygon network at the time of the recording of this video. So we all know what airdrops can potentially do to volume and floor price. Therefore, I'm just going to continue to hold mine and see what happens. All right, next up, we have what the markets are predicting potential interest rates are going to do in the very near future. And not much has changed since the last updated this video, but currently the market is thinking for 5.3, about 60% chance we don't see a hike, 6.14, about a 57% chance of no hike. So once again, we are seeing the market continuously predict, and once again, these change all of the time, week to week, so keep up to date, and I will also keep you guys up to date, but we are currently seeing the market think no more interest rate hikes for at least a little while. And so my ongoing thesis has continued to be, because there's no interest rate hikes potentially having to be priced in the future, we could see Ethereum prices, NFT prices go sideways and or trend a tiny bit higher, just because the market doesn't have any potential interest rate hikes to price into the equation eventually. I think it's important to note though that we have a 40% chance and a 35% chance on 5.3 and 6.14 of potential 0.25% interest rate hikes. And the feds have also said that they don't plan on stopping until, you know, things cool down or something breaks. So whether the market's trying to predict the truth or the feds are kind of giving us a little bit of a skirt around of what they deem to be the truth, that remains to be seen. We can come take a look at the current Ethereum price, and right now we're seeing that Ethereum is almost at $1,900. And if you take a look at this chart right here from January 1st up until right now of the recording of this video on April 4th, we are up almost 60% from that local bottom January 1st. So the dollar cost average strategy, buying the dip, buying the FUD, continues to be the prevailing consistent way to make profits in this market. Being able to time the perfect bottom, being able to time the perfect top is not realistic, but you can absolutely take advantage of these sentiment swings alongside interest rates and what's happening in the macro markets. So once again, this is not financial advice, this is purely speculation, but we could very well see ETH tap $2,000, and potentially that's a psychological level that provides some sort of resistance. But if we do break through $2,000, we could see, you know, 2.2, 2.5, etc., depending on what happens with the markets and interest rates. And right now the market is currently saying next month we're not really going to be seeing an interest rate hike. So we could continue to see ETH potentially tap $2,000 and then consolidate below just that line and continue to go sideways or trend even higher. Regardless, I'll be continuing to watch this chart like a hawk, but it's pretty cool to see from January 1st to right now, we're up 60% overall. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Airdrops, Ethereum prices, OpenSea versus Blur. There's always something to talk about in this ecosystem, and it's all incredibly interesting and very volatile. So remember, have a plan, take into account your context and your portfolio and how much money you make and your risk management and how much risk you want to take on, and you can start to figure out what you should be doing in this market. For me, I have a very strict plan, and I'm going to try to be sticking to it as much as I possibly can. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the very next one. Peace.